And people are sitting here now going, oh yeah, the economy's bad, but maybe if we vote for this person, don't swear, it's wrong. Who are you going to vote for that's going to put money in your pocket? Actually come along and say, here's money. Nobody. You still got to pay your council tax, you're still a brokey, nobody cares. No one you vote for is going to change it. It's going to get worse, it's going to continue. And the boat is going to sink and you're not panicking. That's why I kind of catch myself, and one of the things I try very hard not to do is become elitist. Because when you've come from the absolute bottom to the absolute top, and you've done it all off of your own back, and hard work and dedication, and never missing a day, the only shortcut to life is to never miss a day. One, because of compounding interest, and two, because sometimes you get lucky. And you'll never miss a lucky day if you try every day. If you don't try every day, you might miss your lucky day. And that's what people don't understand. If you never miss a day and you never don't try and you're always on time, was I late today? No, on time, and you try and improve every aspect of your life, and you're a professional, and you try and make sure that you analyze your decisions, you give yourself feedback, and you try and make sure that you analyze your decisions, you give yourself feedback, you don't make mistakes, you're not lazy. If you try and you make it to the top, you end up elitist, because you look at the people down below and you're like, well, why didn't you try? I did. Oh, I did too. No, you didn't. That's a lie. Now you're lying to me, and that annoys me. And you catch yourself being very elitist, and this is what's scary about it, because I'm from a Luton council estate, and now I have all this money. But if I meet somebody who's truly broke, I'm not talking about you not have hundreds of millions, but if I meet somebody who's broke, I think they're an idiot. And I catch myself going, is that bad? Am I elitist? Or do I sit down now and I just say, no, I started lower than you and beat you. How are you poor? You're lazy.
Okay, fair enough. I was gonna say, why would you say if they're an idiot if you were once in that position as well?
No, I was, but I got out. And I think there's only three reasons you can't get rich in the world today, which is either you're stupid, you're lazy, or you're arrogant. And I find the most common one is lazy and arrogant. It's not stupid. There's nobody at home who is too stupid to become rich. I'm sure anyone watching this podcast right now, if you were to sit down next to me and I were to say, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, you could do it. Of course you could. But you're too lazy to learn how to do it yourself.
And you're too arrogant to listen.
It's not about being stupid. You're lazy or arrogant. It's one of the two. Those are the two most common factors of people. So when I meet people who have truly failed, and they pretend to me that they didn't want to fail, I know they're one of the three. And it's usually arrogant. Because when I sit and say to them, you could have got out, they don't say, you're right, I could have got out, I didn't try. That shows humility. They don't do that. They say, no, because it's excuse, someone else's fault, the Matrix's fault, no self-accountability. Oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about anyway. Arrogance.
Sounds like a mindset to me.
Well, yeah, exactly, and then they're going to lose.
Yeah.
So I catch myself being elitist, and I try very hard not to be, because I don't consider myself a rich man. I'm a poor man with lots of money. And what's scary about being elitist is, if I'm from a Luton council estate, and I have a bunch of money now, and I see the common man as a lazy idiot, imagine how the elites see us. And then you start to really go down the rabbit hole when you understand these people who've been in charge of the world for a very long time, who own the banks, who believe they're genetically superior to us because why not? Their families always own the bank. They can be a fat loser, but they just believe they're something because why not? They have a big boat, so that's just what they're going to believe, isn't it? Imagine how they view the common man. You think they give a shit about you or your family or your income or your wages? You think they care about you? You think they're going to make life easier for the common man in the next 10 years as you've just asked? Or are they going to continue to decimate your lifestyle for their own forever profit? There's no life with lots of money. And what's scary about being elitist is, if I'm from a Luton council estate, and I have a bunch of money now, and I see the common man as a lazy idiot, imagine how the elites see us. And then you start to really go down the rabbit hole when you understand these people who've been in charge of the world for a very long time, who own the banks, who believe they're genetically superior to us because why not? Their families always own the bank. They can be a fat loser, but they just believe they're something because why not? They have a big boat, so that's just what they're going to believe, isn't it? Imagine how they view the common man. You think they give a shit about you or your family or your income or your wages? You think they care about you? You think they're going to make life easier for the common man in the next 10 years as you've just asked? Or are they going to continue to decimate your lifestyle for their own forever profit? There's no light without dark, which is a basic fundamental law of the universe which can't be broken.
On that note, I'll try to remember to do this I want to put the link to that in this video. I was talking to one of my gaming tribe members. I sent him a link to the video. But, and I also sent him, not the link to my YouTube channel, but how to find it. And, yeah, basically, I should be asleep right now. But I wanted to listen to that podcast all the way through. And I still probably have an hour left. Yeah, about an hour left of the podcast. And then I got to get up at 6 a.m. But I also wanted to share this. I haven't got all of my stuff entered into the database yet. I told the guy in my tribe that I'm making $1 a day, which if you look at this, it looks like I'm making almost $1 a day, but I have yet to enter everything into the database. So it's approximately $1 a day, and if Zem wasn't struggling and they paid out what they were gonna pay out, it would be well over $1 a day. But nonetheless, we have ups and downs. So, and I think Zem's going to pay good again. So, we'll see what happens. And I'm constantly reinvesting more and more. And I'm still constantly updating this database. Now, this says I only have $3,200 invested, when it's closer to $5,000 invested. So I got a long ways to go before I have that database updated, but I got almost 4,000 here. So my dividends in the last, I don't know, when did I start this? Little over a year ago, just with Cash App alone, is almost $1 a day. And that's not counting Robinhood. And then I also made money on stocks. Let's see here. $90 there. And then $620 there. But then I lost $528. So I'm ahead by about $500. So not too bad, not too bad. It's too bad they don't have on here a total of what you're ahead, you know, ahead or behind. But anyways, it's okay. Oh, maybe this is it right here. So $90.99 is my overall positive. So I made 620 but lost 530, but then also made 330. So I'm 90 ahead on my day trading and $328 ahead on dividends. Not bad for just over a year, and that's just Cash App. Then let's go to Robinhood. Alright, hang on, I gotta pause this so I can do my password. Okay, I'm back. So I think it was almost 400 invested there. I have 4,000. I have 3,000 invested here, so that was almost 4,000. So 4, 5, 6, 7,000 total invested approximately. And overall, on this one, I'm ahead in my stocks on the cash value side, $1,260. I'm not sure how to see what my total dividends are here. I got some crypto, but it's only like $1 in each of them, and some of them are worth like $5. So if I would have put in, more money, I'd be more wealthy. But I had a whole bunch of Zim stock, but I cashed out $3,000 in Zim stock because I had almost $1,000 in cash value. So I used that money to pay down my credit cards. Once my credit cards are paid down, then I'll start having more money because I won't be worried about paying down my credit cards. But that's when I'll start investing in more stocks that pay a lower dividend. But right now, my credit cards cost me about 20%. So I'm trying to invest in dividend stocks that pay more than 20%. And I take about 10, maybe 20% of my income and put it into these dividend stocks. So I'm only making approximately $30 a month, but I'm paying out approximately $200 a month in interest on the credit cards. So my goal is to at least get my dividends up to at least $200 a month while I'm still paying down my credit cards, because I also pay about 20% of my income towards my credit cards to pay them down. So while I'm paying approximately the same amount to my dividend stocks to give me more income, I'm also applying approximately the same amount to my credit cards to pay them down. And trying not to put more money on those credit cards than necessary. When I started out, I only had the credit cards to pay for things that had auto renewal on them, so that I didn't have to worry about having bounced checks or overdraft fees or whatever. Because with the credit card, you don't have an overdraft fee, you just have interest, but you can write that interest off on your taxes. So there's a benefit there as well. But anyhow, so anything that has an auto renewal, I try to put it on the credit card so that I don't have to worry about it going to the bank and then me not having the funds. And then when I get paid at the end of the week, I just pay the credit card. But like most people, I got carried away and I got in debt. So now I'm working on getting that debt down to where I can pay it off every month and not incur any interest. So that's my goal. I was $10,000 in debt. Now I'm $7,000 in debt. So I have all these stocks. Not all of them pay more than 20%. We'll just go down to here. All right, these are the stocks that I own that pay dividends. Yeah. So this one, I don't think I've actually seen a dividend from it yet, but it pays 208%. It's probably not really paying 208%. Let's see. Let's look at the history. I bought too much of this stock just because I was an idiot. But anyways, these people may or may not go bankrupt. So I've got an order to sell once the stock goes up. But I probably shouldn't have bought as much stock as I did in this company. So that was probably a mistake. But we'll see. They're still in business. They're still making money. But I've lost almost 50% of the money that I put in. So, can it go back up? Yes. And if it does, then, I'm going to sell 10 shares. Okay, yeah. So, basically I bought it at $5.15 on average. It's now worth $2.75. But if it goes up to $9, I think I said it for $10. I'm not sure why it says 9. I'm selling 10 shares. So anyways, that's the highest one, but that hasn't been readjusted. Let's see here. TRML 97%. I've lost over 50% of that. I invested about little over $60 worth. But they're still in business, so they could make a comeback. I don't think they've paid a dividend yet either. Let's see. Nope. I did make some money on stock lending, but that's not really anything worth bragging about. It's just extra chump change. I've got a thing to sell when it hits $50. I'll sell 2 shares, which is, I think, all I own. I own just over 2 shares. But anyway, let's Zim, it says 89%, but really it's only 1%. Was gonna be 89%, but they're upside down also. They're trying to make a comeback. They may or may not go bankrupt. I don't think Zim will. I don't know much about these other two companies. Right now, I'm mostly investing in individual stocks. I'm not doing a whole lot of ETFs. This one might be an ETF. No, it's not. So there's not a lot that pay more than 20%. Where does ones go? Hang on. Okay, here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'll just say 15, 16, maybe 17 or 18. You know, these 19s could go up to 20s pretty easily. So, some of these I've made some dividends off of, some of them I haven't. Like Zim used to pay real good. And that's the only reason why I invested so much in them. My average is $16 a share. It's back up to $20 a share. I should have bought more when it was under $10 a share. But my 7 shares now have gained $30 in value. So one of the stocks that I lost money in is kind of neutralized just by this stock alone. So I am making money on the cash value side, over $1,000 overall. But I'm not really focused on that. I'm focused on the dividends. So my goal is to basically replace my income. I don't really care to be rich. I just don't want to suffer. And the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. I tried being a successful businessman. I just don't think I really have what it takes. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm not ambitious enough. Maybe I'm too smart and I overthink things. Whatever. I agree with Andrew that part of it is laziness. Maybe part of it is arrogance. But I legit tried, but I may not have tried my hardest. I may not have tried my best. Or maybe I tried in the wrong ways. And I tried shortcuts and not, whatever. And, you might look at this and say I'm doing a shortcut trying to get rich quick off of these high dividend yields. And in a way, it's true. But I'm just planning to do this until I get the credit cards paid down. Then I'm going to invest in other things that pay less because I'll have less debt. I'll have less interest. So that's when I'll start investing in other things that pay more than 7%, which is these things down here, which are, some of them are more stable. Some of them are more risky. But a lot of the ETFs, there is one REIT that I like, ARR. It's paying 22% right now. It's pretty stable. It pays me every single month. Not a lot, but maybe I need to put more money into this one, because this is one that's been reliable. I started to sell it because what I was going to do is I was going to reorganize everything. ARR I can have in Cash App, and I just bought like $200 worth of ARR stock over in Cash App. So I was going to sell it here and move it over there. But this dividend tracker is pretty cool. I can organize all my stocks by creating different portfolios. And then, so like say, well, let's go Webull. This is all of my Webull stock. This one here, by the way, is an ETF. It's a Bitcoin ETF. The stock is down right now, so now's the time to buy. And when I get paid, I might buy some more. I might buy some more right now. But it's not down a whole lot, it's just down a little bit. Typically, I try to only buy more stock when it pays a dividend. That way I don't lose too much money. I'm reinvesting in stocks that pay dividends. And what I want to do is, if it pays dividends monthly, I'll reinvest in it every month. If it only pays dividends annually, then I'll only reinvest every year. If it pays quarterly, then I'll reinvest every quarter. And that way I'm investing more into things that pay me monthly so that I increase my monthly paycheck. Because who wants to wait a whole year to get paid, right? So ideally, we want a monthly paycheck. And not all the dividends pay on the same day. So if you got 30 dividends that pay monthly, dividend stocks that pay monthly, you could potentially be getting paid every day or every other day. So that's why I'm investing in things that pay monthly more, like ARR pays monthly. This one, they pay monthly as well. So, yeah, I need to invest more in this one. I just discovered this one. So, you know, yeah. June 2024. It's paying $1.32 a share. And I have one share. So I'm only going to make $1 off of this. $1.32. And I need to buy more shares. So I think this one's going to pay. Well, I don't know when it's going to pay. Let's see if it says. Oh, payout is June 10th. X date is June 3rd. So if I buy another share this Friday or tomorrow, which is this Friday, then I'll up my shares to 2 shares, and I'll make $2.64 instead of $1.32. and increase my monthly income to closer to $30, $31, which is my goal. Well, and I don't, like I said, I don't have everything entered into the database. In Webull, I think I have everything up to date. And in Robinhood, I pretty much have everything up to date. Schwab, I don't have anything in here for Schwab because I don't understand Schwab. I don't understand how it works. So I could be potentially making more money off of my stocks that I have in Schwab if I have stocks in Schwab. I don't know. I've purchased stocks in Schwab, but I don't know if I've actually got them or if they're still waiting to be gotten or what, because their app is so freaking confusing. So I could have dividends coming in there. I don't think I've seen any yet, but I don't know. So it's very confusing. I actually try not to use Schwab because I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I think I can buy everything through Cash App, Robinhood, or Webull. If there's a better one, let me know. But, and I'll add it to my portfolio. Schwab bought out... Who did they buy out? TD something. My former business partner, my IT business partner, Ameritrade, got me into Ameritrade. Well, Schwab bought them out. Ameritrade, he was using Scott's Trade, and Ameritrade bought out Scott's. So that's how he was in Ameritrade. He got me into Ameritrade. I think he got me into Scott's too, but I really didn't understand it. He never really explained it to me. And so I never really did anything with it when I was with Scott's. I don't even know if I put any money in it. It was just confusing to me. So, but when I went to Ameritrade and they got bought out by Schwab, I went ahead and did the whole conversion thing to transfer everything over. And I tried to understand it and learn it, but it's still confusing to me. I don't get it. So, I don't know. I've got some money there, but I don't know if it's doing anything. So, anyways, that's Schwab. Cash App. I got a bunch of things added in Cash App. I got $400 in ARR. See, it says here I only have $700 invested because I haven't got all my Cash App stuff updated. I've got almost $4,000 there. And so I'm making pennies every day in Cash App. So that's adding to my existing, dollars that I have with Robinhood. But, and that's why I can say I'm making about $1 a day right now. Once I get everything added in here, this will be more accurate. But I've got so much in Cash App that it's ridiculous. These are all my stocks. These are the ones that are down. And these last 4, I'm not sure what's going on with them. Fisker? Did they go bankrupt? I only had $1 there. And mostly because they didn't pay a dividend. So I guess these 4 are gone. Or about to be gone. Western Union. Do I have them in my ticker? I do not. Let's put them in. Cash App. WU. They were, I think, my first dividend stock that caught my attention. $16,900. $7,967. Average was 1568. All right, so now they're in there. What's their percentage? 7.5%. I'd buy more, but I'm not investing in anything that pays 7% right now. But now it's time to buy Western Union because they're down. Hopefully they don't go bankrupt. But let's see when they paid their last dividend. April. January, April. So that's another $1 right there that I'm making every month. January, February, March. A little over $1. So every quarter I'm making $4 off of Western Union so far. Now, you know what? 7%. Let's go in and throw another $8. Because what I try to do is if it pays 7%, I buy $7 worth. Since it's 7.5 or better, I'm going to go ahead and buy $8 worth. So it's not quite 8%, but I'm rounding up. All right, so I'm going to pause this because I don't know if this will record my PIN number or not. All right, so I'm bringing my average down. I'm buying $8 worth. We're going to schedule that for tomorrow morning. So now we go down. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to add 0.6552. Oh. Zero 6552. Interesting. $12.21. See, it dropped another penny. So I should have waited a second. $0.17 a month. Per share. But I now own, and this is saying 5.77% yield. Oh, another thing. Let me go back here. Go back to combined. Also, I'm accounting for taxes. So this is what I'm making, $22 a day so far that I've got added into my database after tax. So before tax, boom, $30 a day. I mean $30 a month, I'm sorry. $30 a month before taxes. Now I'm at my 1% now. 1% of my goal, or pretty close to 1%. I think I need to be at $50 a month to be at 1%, but I'm almost at 1%. But I'm taking out and considering tax. So after taxes, of course, I have plenty of tax deductions, but I'm just going to say after tax, I'm making $22 a month. And once I get more stuff added in, I'm sure it'll be closer to 30. Because, let's see, this is just saying that I have, oh, here we go, $3,400 in my portfolio. And if the stocks are down, $207. So that's not counting all my other stocks that are up. You know. So, yeah. And in Robinhood, I've only entered in stocks that pay a dividend. Not other stocks, which I think I only have. Well, no, I have some stocks that don't pay dividends because I'm also investing in carbon credits to CYOA because they want to carbon tax us. And if you have carbon credits, that's like a tax deduction, so you don't have to pay as many carbon taxes. So that's a little secret that you should know about. So BITO, that's a Bitcoin ETF. And I think you can only do that one in Webull. Right now the stock is up. $24.50 almost. I bought it at 24. Oh, right. It's still at what I. Oh wait, no. What did I buy it at? Okay, my average is 25. So it was up when I bought it. So it's down from where I bought it. But this, I can't tell where it's making the percentage. But I got this dividend tracker here. This says it's paying 21%. It's basically a Bitcoin ETF. Now, ETFs, I suggest spending more money on. So, in the future, what I'm going to be doing, and if I don't start doing it soon, like this one, ETFs, say it pays 21% or 21.5%. If I got to $215 to put in it, I would put $215 in there. Like this KLIP ETF, it's saying that it pays 57.86%. If I had the money, I'd put in $579, but I don't. I'm not even sure where I can invest in KLIP. Let me look. I know I have it. Yeah, I have 3 shares. It's saying that it pays less than 1%. Or it pays 1%. So it may not be as good as I think it is. Have I made any dividends on it? 4 cents. Okay, I bought $1's worth and it paid 4 cents. 4 cents on $1. Is that 4%? It's 4%. Monthly. That's 48% after tax. That's 64%. So I should be throwing in $64. That being said, this here says it's paying 57, almost 58%. So maybe I just throw in $58. I don't think I have $58 over there though. All right, let's see. Oh, I've got this scheduled to buy. No, I bought it. No, June? Yeah, June 6th I bought $43 worth. So, June 31st, I should be getting a dividend. Let's see. There should be a pending dividend up here. Maybe not. The stock is down, way down. But it's still paying dividends, you know. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll make a comeback. I don't know. But yeah, you can't always believe this number. You got to do some more research. But, you know, 1%, throw in $1. and then see what happens, just like I did. $1. And then I made 4 cents. So that's more than 1%. That's 4% monthly. So yeah. Sometimes that number is misleading. Just like here with Zim. It says the dividend is 89% when it's really just 1%. Because I don't remember how many shares I had, but I had about 100 shares, and I only made $23. So that's not 89%. So you can't always trust that number. You got to do some homework. But nonetheless, I have a lot of faith in Zim. Their stock is back up to $20 a share, which is where it was when I started buying it. If it goes back down, I'm going to buy some more. Or if they pay better dividends, I'm going to buy some more. So, yeah. I cashed out almost $3,000 of cash value that I had. 130 shares is what I cashed out. So, yeah, I had 137. Almost 138 shares. So 138 shares, it was gonna pay $6.40, but they didn't. Let's just say 137 times 6.4. I should have made $876 before tax. That right there would have made my $1 a day $3 a day. But Zim is upside down right now on their earnings per share. So they couldn't afford to pay us the $6.40 a share. They just couldn't afford it. So they paid us what they could afford to pay us. And they probably really couldn't afford to pay us that. So it knocked me down to $1 a day. But you know, it might go back up. And I think it will. Hopefully it does. And if it does, I'll put more money into them. I'll probably put more money into them anyways. They seem stable. It's an Israeli company, so right now with the war in Israel, or whatever the heck's going on over there, I haven't been keeping track. They've been struggling. But I think they're going to make a comeback. But we'll see. We'll see. So I like this dividend tracker because it lets me keep track of who's paying the best dividends. It's actually more accurate than Robinhood when it's sharing its dividends. So I use this to keep track of the best paying dividends a lot of times. Zim should be down here at the bottom. Here it is. 1.14%. They paid 23 cents a share when they were gonna pay more. maybe the 640 is what they paid last year. I don't know. But, I don't know. I did really good last year. I didn't have very many shares, and I made more money last year than I made this year, and I had a whole bunch of shares. But I wish I made the 27.55 on my 137 shares. Before taxes, I would have made almost $4,000. After taxes, I would have made almost $3,000. That would have been freaking awesome. But it is what it is. It'll get better. It'll get worse. Shit happens. But anyways. So yeah, I wanted to share that. I guess I'm going to listen to that video tomorrow. I need to be asleep. It's already midnight. So yeah, before taxes, I'm at $30 a month, $1 a day, not counting the stocks that I have yet to enter into the database. And tomorrow, I'm probably going to buy some more BITO. Yeah, I got $200 of buying power. So I guess I'm gonna buy another share of BITO. Yeah, it's at 21.5%. Market value is $24, so I'm just gonna buy one share. Or maybe two. Well, pooey on you. I guess I'll buy it tomorrow. That's what I like about Cash App and Robinhood. I can buy right now and it'll go through tomorrow morning automatically. I guess ARR is down. Yeah, it's down. It's below my average. Now it's time to buy. I've got an auto buy to buy more. When it gets down to... Oh no, it already bought it. $19.22 a share. Let me make sure this is up to date. I got 20.906. Okay, it's up to date. So $8 a month in Cash App. $20 a month in Robinhood. What? $1 a month in Webull? That can't be right. I guess maybe it is. Oh well. Now the stock market average is 10%. So right now I'm doing pretty good with my average being at 12.5%. Or 12% on cost. So not too bad. At that, I've been doing this for an hour, so it's time for bed. Good night. Yeah, right now my dividend growth is in a negative. You want that in the positive, but right now I'm just focusing on paying down my credit cards. And then I'll start focusing on dividend growth and ETFs. Anything that pays more than 7%. Okay, good night.